Hi everybody, welcome back. We are starting week 2 of our Mystery Tote challenge. So we rolled, at the end of the last video, we rolled a 4, which was one of our miscellaneous totes. So please join me. I'm going to take you through the week of that tote, and we're going to jump right in with the unboxing. All right, everybody, thank you for coming back for this week's Mystery Tote. Last time we rolled a number 4, which was a mystery box, so this is the one that we pulled. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what we've got inside. Again, these were all boxed up when we lived in North Carolina. I have no idea what's in these. It could be inventory, it could be random stuff that was in my workroom. So let's just pop the lid and see what we've got. Okay, an empty box. Let me zoom you out a little here. Okay, we've got a couple Tupperware lids. They actually probably go to my Tupperware that I use. TheraBand, we actually probably take that back in the house. We use that kind of stuff. Pantyhose. I don't know. Maybe that's worth listing. These are interesting. So I do have a few of these listed. Let me see if I can get one out. But they're these little skull pins that have a Roman numeral on top. There's a bunch of them. I think one of them, the ones that I've listed, had like a Hot Topic card attached to it. So I think maybe an old Hot Topic or something used these as anniversary pins that they gave out. So they're little skulls with top hat pins. I've got a bunch of them. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, add them to a lot, or just do one bulk or one listing and sell them one by one. We'll see. I have no idea. I wonder if it's a car part, like a stereo cover or something that my husband gave me at one point. We'll have to look into those. There's a lot of junk in this box, quite honestly. I think these were like quartz crystals. I don't know if they're worth anything. Actually, funny, I know what this is. I won this from another reseller. A Java sock. I've never used it, obviously. I don't drink coffee, so I guess we'll see if those resell for anything. Oops. Let's see. Velcro sticky tape. Old deodorant. We're going to throw that away right now. This was part of a cross-stitch kit. I don't know if I even still have that, if that's worth saving. Old Harley Davidson, we can toss that. An old cord. Some type of adapter, I'll look that up. Oh, this is, I've got a few of these other ones listed. This is just a Toyota emblem that came off my husband's truck. Can sell that. This is actually my Jack Daniels that I'm keeping. I got that during Sturgis a few years ago. Knobs from probably an old washing machine, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of junk in here. Old Dallas Cowboys matchbook. Cars. Feminine products. I mean, literally, it's all... Oh my goodness, this was from something I made for school, probably. Wow. Blast in the past, that's not going to be able to be sold. That's vintage. I've had that for a long time. There's my sticky roller. Combination lock. We've got cords. We've got tape. We've got a whole lot of stuff in here, and it looks like most of it's junk, but I'm gonna go take it out and kind of sort through it. We'll see what we've got to save, see what think we're going to have a lot to either throw out or use as supplies. But we'll jump back in once we have this all sorted. All right, I think I have everything split up out of the box. On this side are the things I'm going to probably keep around. I'm going to take those in the house and put them with my actual Tupperware. Like I said, I'm keeping that. You can definitely use a lint brush. These are just like batteries and old things that I use, and measuring tape. I use this plate holder for pictures, so that'll stay. Like I said, I'll take that and put it in our workout room. Velcro, you never know when you'll need it. Don't use that in listings because you'll get a Vero if it's not Velcro brand. I'm going to keep this. This usually goes with our Christmas tree, and extension cord or power strip and headphones. So that's all staying with me. It's funny, I found this list in the bottom of the box, and if you can see, it's my old lunch boxes, and you'll see the dates that these were bought: 96, 1997, 98. And it lists how, like the box, how much I paid for it, and kind of where I got it maybe. So you can see I've been going to the flea market since a long time. Bachville, up in New York, Liverpool. So I'm going to actually keep this with my lunch boxes. Maybe when we start listing them, it will be interesting to see those kind of things. But this is the pile I'm going to go through and see if it's worth listing. So we've got some stickers from the Disney Movie Club. I think we belonged to that service back in like 2000, early like 2008 or 9, when my daughter was really young. This lock will probably just get donated. This will probably just get donated. It's just a bag. There's no brand on it. I've got a teeny tiny car. I don't know if it's worth anything. I've got a power cord for, I don't know what brand it is. I've got a Tommy Bahama. These are placemats. I've sold a bunch of them, so I wonder if these are the stained ones that I probably just put to the side. I already showed you that. And some of these. I've got a little princess. I've got a bag of other princess accessories somewhere. I think I showed you most of this. And the Java sock. Showed you the knobs. I've got, this is heavy. This is cast iron. It looks like a mustache, but I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's dirty or dusty in there, but I thought it was interesting. We'll see if that's worth anything. And then I've got this top to a lamp, but I don't know if I'm going to even keep it because it looked like something sticky, maybe a rubber band or something. But it's sticky. So we'll see if we keep it or donate it or what to do with it. But that is the contents of the box this week. I've thrown a few things away already. So join me this week and we will go through all this and see if it's worth listing. Thanks, everybody. Bye. All right, it is a few days later since I unboxed that original box. And some initial thoughts is, if I didn't like that first book box, I like this one even less at first. It really felt like things were, because it's miscellaneous, things were just all over the place. There was really no rhyme or reason to what was in the box. I think when we moved, I just took everything and threw it all together in a box just to get it out of the office. And when I looked at everything, I'm like, how am I going to do this? What am I going to put together? So it did take me a few days to really come to terms with what was in the box and what I wanted to do with everything. But I am going to just give you some thoughts. So I will say that while I was doing some of the research and pulling things together, my computer was not having the research being done on my computer and did not save either of the two videos. So what I'm going to do is take you through the items that were in the box, and I have some screen shares from my phone that I'll put over here while I'm talking to show you some of the things I brought up and what I did. There were several items in the box that are are office items that are staying in here that I can use. There are a few items that we are keeping for personal use, but I'll walk you through everything in just a moment. So first of all, items that I don't have here anymore is the Java sock. That one my daughter took. She works at Starbucks and drinks coffee, so I figured she could use it since I don't do either of those things. So that is now hers. And then this morning I was getting ready to list the speaker covers, and I had photographed them yesterday and everything, and I was asking my husband about it because they were to his motorcycle, and he's like, I didn't know you still had them. So he asked if he could take them back and keep them. Of course I said yes. And one last thing that I really don't feel like listing that he took off my plate, so those went back to him. So those are now in his garage. I'm going to show you what I have listed, which is everything for the week. So we're done with all our listings. So at the end of this, we're going to actually roll our new number and pull our new box as well. But I'm going to, like I said, I think previously, when I was doing my research for the videos to see what I wanted to sell and what I didn't, I tried making the video twice, and it just didn't go through, and didn't save my videos. So what I did instead was I pulled the items and did a screenshot. So as I'm talking about them, I'm just going to show you and pop up the screen shares on the left hand side here, and that way you can see what I was looking at when I decided to list it. But the first thing I listed were these 3 packs of pantyhose. And let me pull up my spreadsheet on my computer, because there are some of these items that I did pay for. And so I'll tell you how long I've had some of this stuff. So the way I keep my inventory in my spreadsheet is I literally list out every item when I buy it. And I list how much I paid for it, when I purchased it, where I purchased it, that kind of thing. So I can tell you exactly how long this has been sitting in my death pile and would I pick it up again. So these are 3 packs of On The Go Ultra Sheer Pantyhose. I put them all together because on its own they weren't worth much. I bought this in July of 2020. I had not even been selling 1 year yet, so I was a baby reseller. I picked it up at a Goodwill, and I paid $2.97 for all 3 of these, which is crazy. It is definitely not something I would pick up again or now, unless it was maybe free, or if, yeah, free, baby. Maybe not even that. So I listed these on eBay for, let me pull it up, for $12. So there again, I'll at least get my money back from selling them. And for some of these things, that really is just the goal of getting this stuff listed. So the next item that I listed is this neat cast iron mustache dish. It's just a trinket dish. It's very, very heavy. It's got rubber on the bottom. It's just kind of whimsical and neat. But I bought this in October of 2020. What was I thinking keeping these things for 5 years? Really? Honestly, would you have kept this around for 5 years? So there again, I bought this at a Goodwill. I paid $2.99 for this. All right. So I'm just trying to, there again, recoup my money. And I have this one listed for $19 on eBay. I think I saw a similar sold for $24 maybe. And then there are a few that are still for sale. So I figured I'd undercut the price by a little bit and see if I could get this sold. It is a neat piece, but I don't think I would there again pay $3 for something like this in the future. If it was $1 at a garage sale or something, I probably would have bought it. The next thing I listed is kind of a crazy item. And I have had these again for a very long time. And I don't know, I don't have these, I don't have a note of when I picked these up because I literally remember pulling these knobs off a washer or dryer or something that was in a trash pile when I first started. Because I'm like, oh, trash, let me see what I can sell as a replacement part. And then I never went ahead and listed it. So I figured, what the heck, we'll see. These are 3 GE washer dryer knobs. I've got the part number in there that was on the back, so these are genuine knobs. And I have them listed for $10. So, and when I say what I have things listed for, I do charge shipping on top of it. So that will be $10 plus shipping. So we'll see if we can make a few bucks and that kind of thing. Next I have, and it's already packed up and folded, but I think I'll see if I can get a screenshot of them, if not. But these are just 2 Tommy Bahama placemats. I actually bought a bunch of these and sold out of all but one right now. And the reason these kind of made it into a pile is because one of them has stains on them, and so they're not in as good of condition as all the other ones were. I bought these all as a bulk lot. So these I have listed, let's see, I bought these in April of 2023 at a garage sale. I have about 90 cents into these two. And so I just went ahead and listed these for $12. If someone comes in and makes an offer. But there again, I've sold these before, so that's why I listed these. I know even if it has a small stain on it, I know it'll probably sell if I cut the price a lot on those. And the next thing I have listed here, let me open the bag, are a whole bunch of these quartz crystals. So my previous job, I worked for a quartz company, so these came from there. They cost me nothing. I believe that when we went through renovations in the office, that they were just going to throw a whole bunch of stuff out. So I figured I'd list those. I don't know anything about like raw quartz and crystals, so I did some very quick research, didn't find out much, so I just priced these low. So I've had these since I don't know when, since they were free, but I listed them for $10. So I think there's 6 pieces in there. I just took photos and did the best description I could, and we'll see if someone wants them for $10. The next item that I listed, and sorry, most of these are already packed, so I'm going to have to do some screenshots. But in the box that I had was just this small Toyota emblem. That was the only one that was in there, but I checked in my already listed inventory, and I had these bigger Tundra emblems that I had listed a while ago that I had not sold yet. So what I figured I would do, because these all came off my husband's truck at one point in time, I figured I would sell them individually. They have not sold individually. So what I did was I just ended those other 2 listings and I put these together in a lot. So hopefully if I sell them, someone will be more interested in a bigger lot than just 2 or 1 small piece. So these are OEM as well. They are Toyota emblems. They're just a personal item that I have no cost into, and I have them listed for $29 for all 3. There again, since I have no cost into them, I'd probably take great offers. And then the next one that I did, and this is why this was so frustrating, I guess, this box, is because in the box was, let me see if I can find it in this bag. Sorry for the noise, but I think it was this one. But in this box was a single princess doll crown. I mean, what am I going to do with that? Honestly, what am I going to do with that? That's not worth anything on its own. I mean, it could have been, but it wasn't. So I luckily had a bunch of my daughter's old toys laying around that I've been meaning to list and get to, like combs and accessories and like crowns and shoes and everything. So I just made a big lot of doll toys. And I listed that, let's see, for $21. No real rhyme or reason to it, but I'll definitely take offers on that. And if someone wants it, they're more than likely to have it. So that's kind of my strategy with some of these things that I had, that I'm like, I have no idea what to do with this because it's just a small piece. There's nothing that gives it value on its own, but it gives it value when you can lot it up with other things. The other thing that was a little frustrating that I had to get creative with was, let me bring it out of its package. There was one sheet of Disney stickers, Disney Movie Club stickers in that box. It's not complete. You can obviously see one was used. But there again, what am I supposed to do with that? It's one sticker sheet. It's probably from about 2010 because that's, I think, the dog from Up. So it's not even vintage. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to throw it away because I don't like throwing things away if there's no need to it. But I got creative on this one too. So I have, and like I said, I have stuff that's just sitting around that I know where it is. I have all these old sticker sheets. They're all partially used. And they're really neat. These are from 1983. That one's only got one left on the sheet. Got some Peanuts gift labels. And these ones are really cool. They don't like to stay on their backing, but they're like the hologram ones. So I figured they're all incomplete. They're all missing things. And I could make a lot from that. So it gave me the opportunity to not just save that one sticker sheet, but get a whole bunch of other things listed that I have sitting around too that are not necessarily in a tote or part of this challenge. And the last thing I listed, again, was the same problem. So in this package was just one vintage Post-it notepad with Garfield on it. I looked it up. Again, it wasn't worth anything on its own, maybe a few dollars, maybe $5. I don't even think it was worth $5 at most because this one isn't in its original package. So what I did was, in the house, there again, I had 2 more vintage Post-it notes pads sitting around. Obviously, I could have kept and used the Garfield one, which is probably what I would have done if I didn't have these to pair with it to sell it. But when I was a kid, I used to also collect cows, so I know this one was given to me when I was a kid as well. But I figured I had a couple vintage Post-it note pads laying around the house, so I just stuck those all together, again in a lot. Let's get it out of here. And I listed this one for $12 as well. So that's everything that I'd listed. I'll post some scrolling phone footage of the listings that I have done, so you can see that it's done. But there are 2 items that were in the box that I haven't shown you yet. And maybe I'm breaking my rules. It's only week 2 and maybe I'm breaking my rules already. So here's what I'm thinking. There's this little Dallas Cowboys matchbook. It is from 1981. It's really cool. I'm not going to throw it away, but it's only worth like $4 maybe. So when I was doing my research, it's not good enough to list on its own. So what I think I'm going to do with this is I'll put it in the flea market box for now. So it'll have a home in there for now. But in the meantime, if I can find something to lot this up with during like garage sale season, if I find anything else that's Dallas Cowboys or NFL or something like that, I may hold on to this until NFL season starts, and then if I don't find something to maybe lot it up with by then it'll definitely get taken to the flea market either way. So if I go to the flea market before NFL season, football season starts, then it'll go off there. But if not, then I'll pair it with something else if I can find it. So that one is still yet to be determined. But this other one that I have that I showed you are the bags of skull pins. So I think I said in my first video or my introduction video to this challenge that I have a lot of jewelry. And I didn't add it into the challenge as far as getting this stuff listed because I really want to learn jewelry and actually make educated decisions on what to do with things. So I've made the executive decision to pull this one out and not follow any of the rules, but this is going to go in with all the other jewelry that I have to list when probably this challenge is over and I can really start doing some good research. So yeah, so that's everything that was in that box. Tell me if you think I'm already bending or changing the rules with this game. An update from last week. I've got a few views on the books that we've listed. No offers and no sales just yet, but I mean, sometimes when you're just listing random book lots or random lots like that, I wouldn't expect it to go very quickly, but those are what I've done. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 9 good listings done for new inventory in my store. Let's give you some numbers. I have $6.86 into these listings. Some of them are very old, and I am hoping on this to make about $110 gross profit. So that's before I take out any of my cost of goods or anything. So not bad. I mean, not terrible. There again, had to get creative with some of my listings, but tell me, what do you think? In just a minute, I'm going to show you the computer, and we are going to roll for this coming week's box and see what we get for our new box that we are going to roll for. So let me put you on hold and turn you around, and we'll figure out next week. But before that, I wanted to thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for commenting. Let me know if you are playing along with this challenge. And we'll see you on the next one after we reveal what our new box is. Hold on. All right, everybody, here we go to pick the box for next week's challenge. We are rolling a 6. Let's go over here. And a 6 is fabric, linens, or pillows. I'm going to go dig those out and choose a bag. Give me just a second and I'll show you what we picked. All right, everybody, I am in the back depths of the storage end of the shed, and these are the 3 bags. Really, I have to choose from that are right out in the open. So I think this week I'm going to choose this big bag. As you can see, there's a lot of pillows in it. I think there's a blanket right there. I have no idea what that is, but it looks like it's more big things, so there's not much there that I'll have to do, but I will unbox that if you join me for next week's video. Thanks for being here. Thanks for commenting, liking, subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.